go.
This is
episode 3, bro.
Yeah, we can't forget that.
Come
just
on
3.
now.
It's just 3.
Episode
I'm getting
3.
old. I'm old. Just
Old
bear with me. Bear with me. Bear
you
with
know
me.
what? Yeah.
You know, but this shit's starting to come in like, man, fast now, ain't it?
I know. Yeah. I remember like when we first started planning, it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna start in August.
Yeah.
And it was like seems so far away. Yeah, now we 3 episodes in.
3 episodes in.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and we're not gonna stop.
Definitely not. We definitely got to thank everybody that's been watching, that's been sharing, that's been commenting. We appreciate that. Please continue to do that. If you haven't already, we want to remind everybody to make sure you subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify, follow on Apple, follow on Google Podcasts. We up everywhere, so definitely we appreciate that. And I also too, I know I had some people that reached out to me, you know, about some topics they think we would be, you know, good for us to talk about. Anybody else, if y'all got ideas and stuff that y'all think y'all want to hear us discuss, definitely hit our inbox and we'll take a look and, you know, we'll work it out. So we appreciate all the feedback that we've been getting so far. Good or bad or just whatever, we appreciate it. So
yeah, thanks to everybody. I know everybody's been texting me, but you know, a lot of my friends, I've been telling them, hey, appreciate it, but hit that subscribe button.
Hit that subscribe
on
button.
YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, hit that subscribe button on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify.
Everything.
All that, you know, because we told you all in episode 1, we trying to do something with this.
Yeah.
You know, when you first start off with a podcast, it's always, okay, what you gonna talk about? But hell, it's what everything you read on Twitter, Facebook, or whatever
news,
in the news, you can talk about any of that. It's just how you want to do it, and it's your format. So
and then being yourself.
And be yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta be yourself.
Yeah, definitely. So we can go ahead and get into it because we got a few things we want to discuss this week.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So
first, before we get in the first topic, I gotta come with the bullshit.
Oh Lord.
So all right, this is a big announcement that happened about 3 hours ago. Okay, it's a real big announcement out here. The game has changed. The game has changed for a lot of females.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know, so a lot of females, not all of y'all, but some of y'all may have to actually figure out what your worth really is now. OnlyFans has decided to get rid of all the sexual content.
Yeah. I wonder what was behind that. Did they say like why? I just saw the.
I saw the article. I read 2 articles about it.
Okay.
Now, technically, OnlyFans hasn't released anything yet, but apparently this is what's coming. And they said by October, all sexual content will be banned.
So maybe they feel like they're not getting enough money off it,
or who knows? Maybe they've seen something. You know, was some child porn was somewhere or something.
Would you just knock that down? I mean, if that's the case, just close that person's page, right?
That's what I said about that other. Remember Tumblr? Because that's what Tumblr got rid of.
But then Tumblr went back though.
They went back. They slowly went back.
Yeah.
But for some, man, OnlyFans made a lot of women a lot of money.
Yeah, because you had a lot of weirdos that was just like liking stuff like, let me see your feet.
Yeah.
Let me see your hands.
Let me see your knuckles. Like $25.
Let me see you doo-doo.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So I mean, that's not considered porn though, right? I mean, that particular that lane, if people still
you said let me see you doo-doo.
it is weird stuff like that. It's like a lot of weirdos like that do that was
they into that.
Yeah, I mean if somebody gonna pay you to just sit on the toilet and shit, then you know.
But this one chick I never forget. You know who the chick is? She has showed like her earnings for 1 month. She made $25,000 in 1 month on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there like literally, I was like, oh my God.
But I would think like, I mean, I guess OnlyFans, maybe they fuck their percentage. I'm sure it's money related because if, like you said, them people making all that kind of money, they think they're not getting a big enough cut from it. But if you making it already, that's easy. You can get that from some. I mean, you can get your own website and create your own community and have your own members only section.
Well, that's what a lot of them gonna have to do.
They gonna have to, yeah.
So you chicks out here, y'all gonna have to reinvent yourself. All right,
you got to get a
you know,
real job.
but
I guess to somebody that is a real job, so I ain't gonna hate on it.
Well, this is some tough news.
It was not
tough news.
It was not.
There's a lot of chicks, you know, who got OnlyFans.
I don't know nobody personally that got it on.
I know a few people on OnlyFans.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that $40 holler, y'all might have to go back to it now. Might have to go back to it.
The price is up though.
The price of the brick is going up.
Price is up. They need a little more than $40 now.
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Well, it depends on your. Remember, I always told you it depends on your zip code.
Right. If it's south, it's what it goes down.
If you live in Algier Gardens, if you higher than $40, you need your ass whooped. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. South side shame. Sorry. But yeah, I did. I saw that before I came in here. I was wondering, like, that's odd because I know that's a big part of their, their platform.
A huge part.
Yeah. So, because some people move from like regular porn sites to do the OnlyFans because they're making more money there. So
yep, they get a percentage of whatever people. If they charge subscriptions is $9.99 a month, they get a percentage.
I remember little girl. Remember old girl from Bernie Mac?
Yeah, she had one OnlyFans page.
Yeah, I mean, I remember her posting like,
But she wasn't getting like completely nude though.
She wasn't. But again, you figure if you she has a small a following. So even if you got 20,000 people to pay you $1,
that's what I'm saying.
That's $20,000.
That's $20,000. Yeah.
I mean, it seems like, for them it's probably small potatoes, but to somebody that's trying to come up, that could.
Even Tahiri made an OnlyFans page.
Yeah, but she been naked for a while.
But she was just showing videos of her going to get her massages, them little booty things, all that.
Yeah.
But people was paying.
That's so crazy to me. I mean, it's weird because if somebody got OnlyFans, what usually happens, somebody is going to record the OnlyFans and post it on somebody else's website.
Happens.
So
that's why a lot of people are like, man, I refuse to pay for porn and all that. Because it's free.
Yeah.
You could just go on Twitter, you can go any site, and you can see anything you want.
Tumblr, all that stuff.
All that, anything you want.
Yeah, Twitter crazy. I didn't even realize it was like like a porn network now.
Twitter changes at night. It goes from like, okay, it got this going on, the trending topics, but then at night, right around like after 8 o'clock, boy, you start seeing some of them other pages pop up.
Yeah, your feed. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even know it was like that. I was like, oh, okay, so this is like a porn hub.
Yeah, like a porn hub. Yeah.
I mean, it is like real out there in the open, which is weird because I'm like, it's not even. Maybe if your page is older, it don't restrict it. But I think you can restrict that if.
You can restrict it. Yeah, you can restrict it.
Because I don't think right now I don't see that as much because it's like I'm saved now, so I don't.
What?
I don't partake in that kind of activity anymore. But I
I'm trying to look for lightning to come through
no,
this
lightning,
fucking
what you
roof.
talking
Talking about you.
I'm safe for real. What you talking about?
All right. Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about. I am. But anyway, yeah.
Don't you believe it?
Don't believe it. But anyway, let's get to our topics.
Okay.
So first, that's not funny, but seriously, first, we just saw within over the weekend, we saw all our troops coming out of Afghan slowly. Actually swiftly, and it's been like a big uproar around that as far as should we have stayed, how we did it, people that's still there, those people that are trying to escape. Like when you saw those images, I know there was like I saw one where I'm sure you saw that one too, where people was actually like hanging from the plane as the plane was, and they already had like cargo planes filled with like hundreds of people. So I mean, these people are really like desperate to leave. So what do you think about like how all that transpired so quickly about the Taliban taking over? Like what was your thoughts when you saw all that?
So here the thing for me is that if you follow wars and when the U.S. government military goes to certain countries and when they pull out, when they leave the country,
Yeah.
There's really no perfect way to leave a country. So there's always going to be some type of unrest or some type of chaos. The U.S. the military was over there for 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
So they explained that to the Afghanistan government that, okay, we're leaving on this day. We're leaving here. So at some point, whoever the president was at the time, they have to pull out. They have to get out of that country.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is what happens.
Yeah.
I know how it looks, the optics, when you see people hanging on to a plane, just trying to get out of there. But if you go back and look, that's how it was when the military left Vietnam.
Right.
It was the same thing. People was trying to jump on those planes, trying to get out of that country because of what might happen once that military leaves.
Right.
And now, as you see now, the Taliban is taking over. You know, the Taliban leader claims that, you know, we're not going to be violent. We're not going to be violent towards women and children. This is a new leadership, blah, 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 blah. But
I mean, we don't know.
We don't know.
He could be honest in that. I mean, because, you know, I like to look at news from an alternative point of view in that I don't always take what American news feed us. So, you know, even though it, like you said, the optics seems bad, but those are the optics that they're giving us.
Yeah.
So unless you really looking at news outside of our Western perspective, you really don't know the truth behind some of the Taliban stuff that as we know it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you would hope that he's being honest in that sense, but again, like we were saying, you know, we're not the world police. I don't want to say I'm Republican, but we're not the world police. You know, that like you said, at some point, we got enough problems here, home, like big problems that we just overlook. That, you know, while we try to play savior to the rest of the world, we need to save, you know, our own country. So I don't it's unfortunate. I feel bad, like in like how quickly like they just was just like, you know what, just gave over. They just gave up. You know what I'm saying? So that's unfortunate and kind of like, you know, it's kind of interesting to me like how that happened so fast. But, you know, I feel bad for the people that are still there that don't want to be there, and hopefully, you know, they can find some way of escape. But,
I hope they do too. But I mean, and you know, I just feel this way. But man, this ain't a black people problem. And you know, I just look at
a lot of stuff ain't our problem.
But this really ain't.
But it's an American problem, and black people in America, it kind of does affect us. Well, I should say that because sometimes, you know, other people of color, when they kind of exclude black people, depending on which, you know, people from the Middle East,
they exclude the hell out of us.
Yeah, because
so,
I mean, most of them do, because I know a few, and they used to be like, sister, like, you know,
a lot of them very dismissive to us.
Yeah, and back and forth.
You know,
absolutely.
so I mean,
it's
like I said, I know how it looks on TV. I saw those images just like everybody else.
Yeah,
but this is what happens when countries, military regimes pull out of a country.
Right.
This is what happens.
Right.
And there's no perfect way to do it.
It's not.
So I mean, how many soldiers were killed over in Afghanistan since 2000? I think they said over 3,500, 3,400. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, and then just to sit there again Joe Biden was right when he said we can't care about your country more than you do. You know what I'm saying?
He's right.
I mean, I agree. You know, I know even last year Trump was, well, not last year, but whenever he was in office, that was something on the list too, was for us to get out of Afghanistan.
He was saying get out.
But I mean, and people gave him pushback about that, but I mean, we should have been out.
Yeah.
You know, it does not, I would think it does not take 20 years to, you know, for
it wasn't supposed to.
It shouldn't.
It wasn't supposed to.
It shouldn't, you know, like you said, we lost so many of our own troops, and then, you know, some of them, I mean, they just need to be back home. At least back on our soil.
On our shore, yeah.
You know, even though our soil, you know, it's
that's what I was saying.
But you know, it's just unfortunate, and I'm interested to see how, it pays out. Because I already see people like putting that fear news out there, and they like, it's close to September 11th, and we need to be scared. We need to stack up. And I'm just like, I don't think we should go that extreme, but hell, we don't know.
No, we don't.
You really don't know. It's just something that we all need to just, pay attention to, and don't always just be quick to look at American news too. Look at other perspectives to try to. It's somewhere in between the American news and somewhere between news from another country. That, you'll get the truth somewhere in there.
Unless you watch Fox News, you ain't gonna get no truth.
Fox is a joke.
They
but Fox and sometimes NBC, all of them is a joke sometimes. Like I said, because the optics is what they want us to see. That's why it's like sometimes it's hard to trust the news because you don't know.
I've never seen a network twist words like Fox
does.
Crazy.
I've never seen real life crazy.
Yes,
real life.
Like you could they could show a clip of somebody saying something, and then they'll come back and give an opinion about it, and they will completely flip what that person said.
Yeah, and they be saying, they like, so they like stand on wrong, like
yeah,
just like, so I can say like, it was raining outside, and they're gonna be like, absolutely not,
it was not raining.
Their clothes are wet.
But it wasn't raining.
It was not raining.
That wasn't rain.
That was a mist. Like,
that was a mist from a water hole. Yeah, that's how they do it.
They be stupid stuff.
They stupid as hell.
Yeah, I don't care for that. They have like a, what do you call that? Not brain dead news, but just kind of like deaf tone. It's just what they have. That they just they want you to hear this message, and it's crazy because it's so many people that follow them.
Yeah, the people that follow them is the motherfuckers that did what they did in January.
Yeah,
them people
that charge the
the capital. Them the type of people that sit down all day long and watch these shows,
and then it's in their head, and then they feel empowered to be like, you know what? I'm gonna go charge
the capital.
What?
Because it's mine. I paid for it.
It's not yours.
That window I just broke, it's mine. I paid for it.
And they think that though.
Yes.
They think they talk like that. They think that they can. Yes. They think they're like entitled to certain things. And I'm like, bro, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No.
Like, I know in theory you think that, but no, but that comes with a certain privilege.
That's the word.
With a certain
privilege. There you go.
That they think that, but
and everybody who watches Fox News, that's how they feel.
And they keep feeding that because I don't know. Like I think they released like the first results of like the census, and they was just seeing just demographic wise, like as far as minorities almost are surpassing as a total of population.
But did you see the black population?
Oh yeah,
stayed the same.
It stayed the same.
And I was scratching my head like, huh? We stayed the same. And then you see the Latino population.
Oh yeah, they went up.
Hispanic population.
Yeah, up. Yeah. Well, we've been seeing that progression for a long time though. So that's not surprising. But the white population is going down.
It's going down.
And I think that's why.
That's why they do what they do.
Yeah, it's such a, those people, the Fox News heads, that group of people, that's why it's, like they feel like they're losing power.
Take our country back.
Yeah, which in reality, like this is nobody country but the natives. So, literally, it's not high key. So, it don't belong to nobody except for people that was here before us. So,
well.
But yeah, hopefully those people, they work it out and, it's not as bad as the optics. But that was interesting. That was just when I saw that, I was like, "Dang, here we go again!" Like, it did kind of give you images back September 11th, and kind of like the unrest that was going on around that time. But
you know how it go. This will be talked about for the next week and a half,
and then forget about it
until some crazy cracker shoot up a school or something, and then we'll be talking about
and they won't talk about
control
that
again.
They gonna talk about that though for a day, and they'll be
yeah.
But speaking of gun control, like schools you had mentioned, did you see so I know basically the CDC is kind of putting out there that they're gonna make us start wearing masks and stuff again. And I know a lot of governors are pushing back. I think it was Indiana governor. He kind of goofy. He had posted this picture of kids in the hallway with masks on, and was saying he was saying it's not it's not fair for them to. What do you think about that? Do you have a problem with masks?
No, I don't have a problem with masks.
Yeah,
but I'm also not gonna sit here and say, at times I hate wearing them.
Sure.
But I don't. my freedom is not being infringed upon because I'm wearing a mask.
Right.
I don't think I don't be freaked out or feel like I have to wear a mask because you tell me to, and I feel like, oh my God, I can't go anywhere. As long as I can still go places,
Yeah.
I don't care. As long as I can still go shop, go eat, go hang out, I will wear a mask.
Yeah.
Because when this thing first started, I knew that this was going to be a 1 to 5 year thing we're going to be dealing with,
right.
until every American or every person in the world becomes immune
Absolutely.
to this virus.
Yeah,
I knew that.
That's what normally happens to this kind of stuff.
That's what happens.
Yeah. But people don't like their life disrupted. So it's just like, you wanted it, we're going to get the vaccine next year and we're going to be good. No. That's just, we don't even know if the vaccine, they already talking about like doing other like boosters and stuff like that. Like, we don't even know like what the vaccine really is doing. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you can really do is take care of yourself and, hope you don't get it. And if you do, like your body, will be able to, withhold that. But it's just like that mask thing. It's like you said, it's not an infringement of, not to me, it's not that serious. I mean, I personally don't have a problem with the mask. I have a problem with people that wear the mask and they think like the mask means they have to brush their teeth. That bothers me. That really bothers me because if it's too like, if I'm smelling through your nose, like you woke up and you didn't care, like you just was like, you know what, your mask is not covering. That's if I smell your breath through your nose with your mask on, your insides are dead.
Yeah, you OC
rotten.
For that. Yeah.
Go ahead and get that cleaned out, bro. Like that does not excuse.
That's some gingivitis up in there.
That's some other stuff, man. That ain't no regular like I ain't brush my teeth. No, your guts is destroyed. They're your whole insides is like they're done. Like it shouldn't be like that. I don't have no problem with that.
Me and the homies was talking about in a group chat one time. We was talking about you know what I'm saying, you be with a female, be with a chick, whatever, you give us some head or whatever, and then you leave. So you go somewhere, but you put your mask on, and then the smell is still.
That's crazy.
We was in the group chat. We was sending all type of emojis back and forth. But I'm just saying though. But when you wear that mask, like you said,
that smell
don't go nowhere.
Well, some people might like that smell.
But you have to brush your teeth.
You have to brush your teeth.
Like,
it's
that's not negotiable.
That's not right. But people think that. And it's amazing to me, like, especially like even when you be at work and you just like, people just be thinking like, cause their mask is on and it's like they got that coffee breath and it's just like, hey man, I need you to in while you're wearing that mask, also give me 6 feet.
Yes,
I'm for all of that.
Yes.
None of that bothers me. None of that bothers me. I don't care because people be too close already. Anybody that know me know I don't like people being on top of me. Like I just don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't like people being close to me in public for no reason.
Yeah, that's rearranged.
Whatever. Anyway, as I was saying, that's. I don't have a problem with it. They can keep it.
They can keep it.
They can keep it.
And whatever Chicago decides to do on tomorrow, that's fine. I'm cool with it. Is like I said, as long as they don't try to do nothing, drastic, shut this down again, which I don't think they will. But
I don't think it'll be back to like where we was on total shutdown last year.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it'll get there, but I do think depends. I mean, they got to monitor like
they're doing the mandate because now. Again,
back up,
the hospital beds are starting to become overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Because more people are starting to be admitted with the variant. So that's why they're doing the mandate again with the mask.
Right.
But then you got this goofy ass governor in what is that, Texas? Mm-hmm.
Texas,
all 2 weeks ago, we're not wearing masks. I'm not giving out a mandate. We're American. This is freedom. The son of a bitch, he got COVID now.
Right. Ain't that something? That's crazy to me. It's just like we don't even know what this thing is, what it's doing. Everybody trying to figure it out, but it's just like I would rather, go on the safe side than let us figure out. Then if they say, okay, you know what, we got to shut down early. Everybody only can't be out. We need to cut down like the interaction with people. I mean, yeah, you want to be busy, but I don't want to be dead either, and I don't want my family to be dead either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not. I mean, what's the point of being busy if we're all sick?
And they making this vaccination, as I knew they would. They making it so political.
Well, that's everything.
I really don't like. For me, I don't really care if in your heart of heart, you don't want to get vaccinated. That's fine.
Right.
That's your decision.
Right.
It has nothing to do with politics to me.
Right.
That's your personal preference.
Yeah.
I can disagree with it or I can agree with it.
Right.
That's your personal preference.
Right.
But for these people to get on TV and debate and say this vaccination is a way to take away freedoms and it's not. Either you want it or you don't.
And if you don't want it, you don't get it. But then I understand why people pause at jumping to get it because it is new. Our country and our history of trying stuff, especially on black people, it's questionable. So I get that.
I get it too, and that's fine.
Right, but like you said, it's not really to me. It's not politics.
No,
it's just
not
more
to me. It's not to me.
Personal preference. Like if you want it, get it. If you don't, then hey, move
on.
If
you believe that I'm gonna beat it my own way or whatever,
and maybe you can.
Absolutely, because everybody's immune system is totally different.
Yeah,
and that's fine. But this whole try to anti-vaccine versus vaccine,
that's silly.
That's stupid as hell.
That's
like you
silly.
see that
That's
video?
A waste of time.
See the video of this stupid ass white dude in New York. I think it was New York. He on a train. This old lady got a mask on and he talking shit to her in her face. Freedom, freedom.
Did somebody knock him out?
No, but like everybody was looking at him like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Right, go sit down. Like that's what's in. That's what's in infringing on my freedom is you being in front of my face.
But guess what he yelling to her? USA. See, that's that shit. That's what I'm talking about.
That's some other.
That's like them clowns that went up there in January.
That's goofy stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's and I know they be embarrassing like regular white people. Like
listen,
I know they do.
I have some white homies.
Yeah, I know
that will text me and be like, bro, I'm sorry, Mo. I'm sorry for how these stupid ass people are acting.
Yeah,
and I know they do.
Yeah,
I know they do.
Because it's just stupid. It's just like, how are you no mask and you're screaming USA and USA had the most deaths?
Yes,
surpassed everyone else.
This lady wearing her mask. She's an older lady. She's wearing her mask.
That alone right there's a problem. It's an older lady.
He just standing in front of her. USA, USA.
That's what somebody should have slapped him.
But see again. If he wouldn't have done that, he wouldn't have done that.
He would have cried wolf
to some black people, and there was some black people on that train. He wouldn't have done it. I don't care what nobody say.
Black people would have put them hands on them.
Yeah,
we would have been in jail and all that.
Or they would have stopped recording.
Oh yeah. But somebody should have slapped him.
Yeah, somebody should have slapped him.
As soon as that he got off that train, somebody should have hit him because I don't like people like bothering old people. Like that gets me riled up.
You can't just like people get upset about this mask and think like
they be mad like
mad.
Oh yeah,
like mad upset like
yeah.
Like I'm dealing with it now with the school. It's like you got a lot of parents who are like, no, my kid's not getting vaccinated because the school says this year the new rule this year is, vaccinated or not, everybody has to wear a mask in class. Mm-hmm. That's what it is now since they're going back to 5 days a week, 4 days. And parents are like, why should he have to wear a mask? Like, it's
if
just,
you don't want to wear a mask, leave a child at home. I mean, because when we grew up, we all had a set of vaccines we had to get. You had to get what?
You had to.
You had to get. I forgot
the
them all.
Booster shot.
The TB, the
polio,
all that stuff. Yeah. Like, we had to get all of that, and you had to have like proof of that before you went to school. So I think we're going in. I'm not saying that COVID is like the same thing as that, but I mean we're going in that lane. So I don't understand what's the difference at this point. I can get the resistance because we don't know what it is. Like it hasn't been proven, what is, if it works or if it doesn't. So I get that, but it's just like at some point everybody's gonna have to get it, and just like you had to get everything else to go into school. And if you don't want that, don't go to public school. I know it sounds simple, but that's really just the only that's the only option.
The Las Vegas Raiders announced that in order to attend their home games this year, you have to have your vaccination card, and it has to be on that Clear Health app. And I know what that app is because I had to use the app to go see the Chicago Sky games this year.
Okay.
But the Raiders have said that's the only way you're going to be able to get in to see the home game.
I'm not familiar with the app, but I think a lot of people are going to go there, especially like
Live Nation is doing
with big events. Like I can't say I blame them. If you want to keep stuff open, you got to do something. Like it's got to either we're going to close everything down, or we gonna open it with restrictions. Like it's not gonna be no
Yeah.
what everybody's trying to make it be. It's gonna be one or the other. And so you don't have to adjust to it, or hey, stay at home.
Stay at home.
I mean,
Or
that's the only other option.
I mean, that's it. Because I mean, the world's gonna keep going. People are going back to work now downtown. These company buildings are starting to fill back in.
Yep.
People going
I
back
can see
in.
that even if you go to work, like I go once. I don't have to go once a week, and they asked us like how many days you want to come. None. But if I got to come in one, if I got to come in a day, I'll come in one. But even then, like when I come home, or when I can see traffic, it's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
And I can see like the parking lots, like you said, are filling back up.
Yeah, they're filling back
which
up.
I think that's a good thing. I mean, that's just showing people are at least going back to work, because everybody wasn't working from home. Some people was actually laid off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Like my company, when you walk in, you get scanned.
Yeah.
They take your temperature, and then like you have to you get swabbed.
Oh, okay. No,
They
we
do-
don't
they
have
doing
that
that.
extreme. Only
They
thing we have to
doing
do is we have to wear our mask like when we interact with each other. So if I'm at my desk, I don't really have to wear my mask. But if somebody comes to my desk, I put my mask on because I don't want, But it'd be funny when I be at work and I got a cough. I'd be like,
Oh yeah,
you'd be like,
coughing and sneezing
yeah,
now.
it's like, because you don't want to look suspect.
That
so
shit on the low. You doing it
I'd
on
be
the
like,
low.
yeah, I'm like, when I had to let a cough or a sneeze out, I had to
doing it
walk
on the low,
outside because I'm
yeah.
just like, everybody gonna be like, yeah, this just got, she got
the vid.
She got the vid.
She got the vid.
I'm like, no, I'm good. I
Yeah.
really just got a little frog in my throat. Like
Yep.
it's not, I don't have it, but everybody gonna jump to that first time, you start coughing and sneezing.
Absolutely.
I mean, I do that with somebody cough. I gotta tell them, the girl sit back me, I'd be like, okay, what's up? You you good over there? Like, I mean, just joking around, but
Like that meme of Kobe, and when he's looking up, they know that meme. They'd be like, "Man, I'm gonna beat everybody ass in here," and then they got the meme
Yeah.
of Kobe looking up like,
yeah, okay.
"Yeah, that's how you hear somebody
Yeah.
call."
Did you watch the Kobe special yesterday?
What Kobe special? Did nobody tell me about that?
I did. I shouldn't say I didn't tell you specifically, but I did tell our little group.
What
about
Kobe special? What was
it?
it
Came
on?
on channel 7.
Ain't this some shit?
How are you supposed to be the biggest Kobe fan?
What was this? I didn't see nothing about
you
no Kobe.
serious,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah.
It came on channel 7. It was like an hour special. It was called Superstar.
Man, ain't nobody told me nothing.
I can't. You fired. And Lakers fans, this is not.
Ain't nobody
is this-
told me
Is this your
nothing.
king? This your boy?
Nah, man.
How you don't know that? I
Nah,
mean,
man.
I should say it wasn't that good, but
But still,
Yeah.
I ain't know nothing about this.
yeah, it was. I had been seeing it for like a couple weeks, I think, and I had just remembered to watch it yesterday.
What was it about?
It was really, it showed like, it was an hour special, and it kind of just showed how he grew up overseas till how he got back to the U.S. and how his journey through basketball, they brought up his
Oh, okay.
case and all that stuff.
Okay.
But then they actually showed like footage from when he when the plane when the helicopter crashed.
Mm-hmm.
So they showed that it was I don't say it was horrible. It was only an hour, and it wasn't. I don't think if you already know Kobe, you ain't learning nothing new. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I didn't see anything new, but it was just I think it was just kind of just paying homage to him. And,
Oh, okay then.
but it was decent. I mean, I
I
think it's worth a look, but it wasn't like, I don't think you learned anything you didn't. If you already know Kobe, you probably knew all this stuff already.
I'll just try to find it and see what.
I'm sure. I mean, I think they said it should be on Hulu now.
So it's a 1 hour special, huh?
It's 1 hour special. Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out on Hulu.
Yeah. I can't believe you.
No, I ain't know
I
nothing
can't
about
believe
it.
you should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not about
You
it.
call
man.
yourself a
I am. I'm a
Kobe fan.
diehard fan, but
You
I
ain't-
ain't know no special from ABC was doing one.
Yeah, it was good. It was I don't say it was good like I said, because I watched it, but I don't think I said I watched it from a lens trying to see like if I was going to learn anything new, but I didn't.
Okay then.
So, but it was still like just good. It's always good to see. I think kind of like now, even though it's still sometimes it's still like a shock factor behind it.
Yeah.
But I think people are
I still haven't like got over the whole.
I don't think people, especially like LA Laker fans, I don't think people will
It's
ever
still
really.
like I still be like, when I see stuff on Twitter like videos,
Yeah, it's still crazy.
and I just be like, this is still like weird to me.
Yeah, because I don't think, especially our generation, I don't think we've lost
We haven't.
a sports figure of that magnitude.
No, we haven't.
We lost Michael Jackson and we lost Whitney Houston. Like we lost some big like figures in the community, but I don't think
But
we
not
lost
a sports figure.
not a sports figure
in that
big.
manner.
Yeah, it's like because the reality is when you think about sports world, basketball world for sure.
Yeah.
You think about Michael Jordan, you think about Kobe, you think about LeBron. Like those are your. That's what they say. That's their Mount Rushmore.
Icons.
Like, those are the icons that changed the face of the game at some point. So Kobe was global. So it was just like, what? Like,
yeah, that's why to me, it's still like when I see those videos and
it's crazy.
And I see interviews that he's done and every time I see them little videos of him and his daughter, I just be like, God damn.
I mean, it was like messed up because I felt like Kobe was just now getting his just now. You know, Kobe was so standoffish for a long time, and I won't say standoffish. He was reserved on purpose because he had that one track mind of just basketball. But I think he was getting to be out there more, and I liked seeing that side of Kobe.
Yeah, a lot of people said that.
Yeah,
like they like that side of Kobe, but.
Yeah.
Again, when you ultra focused, man.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him.
You just tune out the other shit and just focus on being great. That's your goal. Yeah. I want to be great.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, that was, So, watch that. If y'all ain't watch it.
I'm going to watch it on Hulu.
Yeah, it was Kobe Bryant. I think it was called Superstar. So
Superstar, okay.
I'll put it, I'll find out and I'll post the link.
Bet.
Since you slacking over there.
Whatever.
But who wasn't slacking this weekend, though?
Who?
Who wouldn't? Since you a horrible Lakers fan, you can redeem yourself right now.
I'm a horrible Lakers fan.
Yeah, you're horrible. Like you've embarrassed the Laker Nation. But so Bears.
Listen, I've been saying it. My hashtag every other day on Twitter is free Justin Fields.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stop though because
Why?
it's looking like he ain't gonna play.
Why do you think he ain't gonna play?
Because the more and more I hear the coach talk.
What's wrong with him?
Nah, they sold on Andy Dalton.
Why?
That's the coach's decision.
Do you think this gonna be like that the whole season? I mean, you know more about. I started watching football within the last 6-7 years ish. So it's just as far as just like them actually.
Here's my thing. The Bears are trying to win games.
So you don't think Justin's ready for that? You don't think he could carry the Bears right now?
I think the coach is trying to win games, and he's going to put Dalton out there because Dalton is the veteran, and he's going to try to win games. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I don't think the Bears are Super Bowl contenders.
So just play Justin.
So I feel like they traded up to get this guy because they felt like he is a franchise quarterback. I feel like play him.
Right.
Win, loss, bad, good.
Right.
Play him.
Right.
But the Bears or the coaches, they are telling everybody Andy Dalton will be the starter. So after seeing how he played on last Saturday, Justin Fields played on last Saturday, and then listening to how the coach talk about on Monday, talk about Fields and talk about Dalton, I said, you know what? We need to give it up, Bears fans. We just need to go ahead and get behind Andy Dalton because he's going to be the starter until something happens.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, I would be surprised if he's the starter the whole season. But I agree in the sense that like the Bears are really they're not winning the championship this year. So
no, they're not.
It's just, to me, like you said, you traded up to get him. You might as well play him.
That's how I feel.
And I feel like the faster you play him, it's like a fast track to, okay, so then we can become contenders because you're not going to be a contender like in like championship level with Andy Dalton.
I don't even have the Bears making the playoffs this year. I have the Bears finishing 8-9.
Really?
Yeah, I have the Bears finishing 8-9 because the offensive line, they have huge issues on the offensive line right now. Their second round pick that they drafted has to have back surgery. Mm-hmm. The reason why he was a second round pick is because he had health issues.
Yeah.
So again, that general manager drafts a guy with health issues.
Yeah.
Now he's going to probably miss the entire season. He's a left tackle. We bring in a 39-year-old left tackle. So
Yeah.
again, when people say, "Well, why do you think they're going to be 8-9?" It's because for me, offensive line is a key component on a good football team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because they keep the quarterback upright. They don't have a lot of penalties, and most importantly, the good offensive lines can run the football.
Basketball. Yeah.
They can run the football.
Yeah.
So again, I don't think this team is contending. First of all, Aaron Rodgers is back. So let's just stop. I'm not a meathead, okay?
Yeah.
I love the Bears, but let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is back in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay is going to be good.
Aaron Rodgers is always, I always pick Aaron Rodgers for my fantasy football.
He's going to be good.
Yeah.
I
don't see him not being good.
He's going to be good.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is going to win 11 to 13 games every year.
Yeah.
He's going to be good.
He's good for that. Yeah.
He's going to be good.
Yeah.
So again, that's why I don't think the Bears are going to be contending.
Yeah.
Unless something happens.
I agree.
I don't see that.
I liked. I enjoyed what I saw with Justin. Obviously, like you said, it's one game, but I think it's just like an excitement for.
It gives you hope.
Yeah, because we always.
It's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been lacking in that position, and for a long time.
I don't care what nobody. This was the most watched preseason game in Chicago Bears history last week.
Sure.
Because everybody wanted to see him get in the game.
Yeah.
And when he got in the game, everybody just started screaming and cheering.
Crazy. I couldn't believe it was that many people down there.
60,000 people went to that game.
On Saturday I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen it that crowded for a preseason.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that crowded.
And just wait till next week. Wait till Saturday.
Yeah, that's
because you see who they playing Saturday.
Who they playing?
Buffalo. And you see who Buffalo's starting against the Bears.
Yeah, that's going to y'all boy.
Trubisky.
Yeah.
So again, this is going to be.
That's going to be. People going to watch that.
People going to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because a lot of people, and let's keep it 100. A lot of people want to see how Trubisky looks in another uniform and another system.
Yeah.
And then now people want to see Justin Fields play now with the starters.
Yeah.
Because he's going to play more with the starters now on Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's a whole bunch of stuff to watch.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna be watching. Just because, like you said, I think just the fact that they start Mitch, I did all of that is just like make it sensational just because you want to see what he gonna do and see if he plays any better. And then okay, so let's say he does play better, so in a different system, is that Nagy's fault that he didn't get, he didn't pull out I think his best attributes or whatever?
I think it's Nagy's fault, and I also think it's their fault for taking him at number 2 over Deshaun Watson.
Oh yeah.
Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Deshaun and hot water now, but
yeah,
if he would came up here, he'd be all right.
No, he definitely would have been all right.
He would have been all right in Chicago. Yeah,
but Deshaun got weird fetishes. But I hope he can get through this.
I ain't even even talk about
but
I read some of his fetishes.
He a weird freaky dude. But
yeah,
with the Bears and Justin Fields, listen. When he does get in there and he does get his first chance to play, I hope they just let him play. Don't handcuff the kid.
Yeah.
Because the kid has a strong arm.
Yeah.
The kid is fearless. He's got great feet. And for me, just watching him on the field, he just got a presence.
Yeah. He do.
He got a presence.
Yeah. He looks, to me, he has that superstar kind of
He don't look shell shocked.
No, he does. He looks like he ready for this.
Yeah, and that's how he looks. And people who cover the team,
especially coming to Chicago, it's a big city.
Yeah.
So and to be under and then to know that position has always been under the gun. Here it's just I think he seemed like he ready for it.
I think he is ready for it. As long as they keep him away from these bars out here in Chicago, these clubs.
I don't know. He young, so I don't know how they gonna do that, but we gonna see.
He'll be all right.
Keep him away from the Bernices.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Keep away from them. Don't let them. These little hoes get to him. But
he gonna. It's gonna be a oasis for sure.
But what color though?
I don't know. I don't know what he into. Caca.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. That make a difference, but
It does make a difference.
Yeah,
Makes a big difference.
Yeah, we go. You better y'all better talk to him. Come on, better get in his ear, tell him, hey, stay focused.
I'm excited for the Bears season.
I am too.
Because I want to see Fields. And what you think? Here's what I think. Before we wrap this segment up, here's what I think. I think at some point this year, we're going to see Justin Fields start a game.
You're right. I think that the Bears is just saying what they have to say because they brought Andy Dalton in. So you have to appease him, and you don't want to disrupt, that. But I feel like that's common sense, and I feel like Andy ain't no dummy. So I think, like you said, maybe not the first half, but I think at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
Justin's going to start.
We're going to see him.
Yeah,
he's going to start.
Especially when you know that we're not going to the playoffs. When that becomes clear, it's like, okay, let's just get him the experience. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah.
If that's the decision you make, do it that way.
Yeah, he got to get the experience.
If you know, if the first 10 games and we're 4-6 or 3-7. Play the kid.
Yeah.
Play the kid. Play him. See what you have.
I agree. So, all right, we're going to switch gears a little bit because y'all be dissing my girl, and I don't appreciate that.
Oh, God.
And you know who I'm about to talk about. So, I don't know if everybody know Lizzo and Cardi just had a new song called Rumors. And, she had a little breakdown a few days ago because, the internet trolls and internet people, talking about her and everything. So, she's a pop artist, so the song was pop. It gives me my pop fix. But, why? Everybody always, it's just like, I know, she don't care about her body. She don't care about showing her body, I should say. Mm-hmm. So, I feel like, why do people, if she don't care about showing her body, if that's not your thing, you don't like bigger women, you just don't like bigger women, just move on, right? I feel like they attack her to not make her feel confident. Like, you want to bring her down. And if her confidence is high and she loves her body, so what? It's just not your thing. Why do we have to go? Why is it such an extreme to fat shame? Because high key, right? Our girl, Beyonce, her pictures going around with her ass all the way out. Nobody is saying anything except for putting Google eyes and putting hearts underneath her picture, which Beyonce always look good. So
because.
Well, so what's the difference?
Because that Beyonce picture, Beyonce doesn't look like a can of open biscuits.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
She looked but
secondly,
so it's not a naked thing.
Listen, I love big girls. Big girls. There's some beautiful big girls.
Lizzo is beautiful. She's pretty.
She is. She's not ugly. But here's the thing.
Hey, her.
Here's the thing. Jill Scott doesn't go out of her way to bring exposure to her being big. She never did. Jill Scott just used her talent to sing and sell records. Sure. Okay, that's number one. Mm-hmm. My thing with Lizzo, she goes out of her way to bring up self-pride and this notoriety to her being big by being half naked. You don't have to do that.
She don't have to do that, but
you don't have to go to a Lakers game with your ass out.
I agree. That's obnoxious, but that would be obnoxious if a skinny person did that. She ain't the only one that uses her body to sell records.
But just use your talent.
But is she the only one who uses her body to sell records?
She's the only big girl.
Okay, and that's my point. It's not the nakedness. It's not her selling her body. It's because she's big. Which I feel like that's wrong.
But what is she trying to prove?
She's trying to prove that it's okay. Whatever body size that you are, if you're comfortable in it, you should be able to show it. You can be big, you can be loud, and you can do that. If Megan can do it, that's what she's essentially saying. I can do it.
You can do it.
Okay, so then if it's okay, why do everybody got to be like, ugh, every time they see her? Like, if you don't like it, then just don't look at it.
I scroll. The only reason why I see it because your ass,
Because I'm gonna send it to y'all.
your ass sends it to
every time
us,
she posts
and
something,
then put on there, you're welcome.
Yes, thank me later.
But I don't want to see that.
But I'll be doing that to be funny, but at the same time, but there's somebody that do want to see it.
And there are people who like that.
And that's fine, but y'all don't say ugh to like if a skinny person was, just walking around with their ass out.
I don't want to see nobody just walking around with their ass out.
That's me, but I'm just saying when it comes to Lizzo, I feel like the stuff, and that's what she was saying, like people just, y'all ain't saying like her song suck or whatever, or it's not, you're saying she ugly, it's just
the
like.
song trash to me. Rumor, it's trash.
It's a pop song. It's a pop song. Like that ain't your lane. So I know you don't like pop stuff like that. So.
But that little song she had, that little catchy song.
Truth Hurts.
I forgot how it go, but that was a cool song.
Yeah, that was a good one.
She should have just worked that song.
She did. She worked it for years.
Yeah, she worked it.
That song was old when it became popular. She had that song for like 3 years, I believe she said.
That song was catchy.
Yeah,
it was a hit.
Yeah, it was, and it had a message behind it.
But that whole crying thing she did, to me, I just think that's another rollout. Like when these artists do that shit, I be thinking now, here comes a rollout. Some coming down the pipeline.
Maybe.
Here come a record with somebody. Here come a video.
I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like this is a real person with real feelings. Like. I just be like, I can understand like how she feel. Like I just feel like it shouldn't be automatically just going to the side of just like or like I feel like people try to do. I just have a problem when people try to, say stuff that's gonna like purposely bring somebody down. Like you can't bring somebody confidence down. Like why do you want her to? You rather for her to be like, I'm just, I'm depressed because I'm fat. Like. That's the alternative? Like, would you feel better if she felt that way and she covered up and had a turtleneck on every week? Like,
but what does she expect when she does that? Like, what type of?
It comes. I understand it's gonna come with some kind of scrutiny. It's good or bad because everybody don't like it. But the comments of like as if she should not be that confident in herself. That's my problem. Like, why can't she? She can't be that. Is it confidence
or is she trolling? See, that's the thing.
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a bit of both. I think that she has a confidence about herself, and the fact that people be like, she'd be like, you know what? Get this fat roll. Go ahead and see this back fat right now.
Well,
that's what I think she be doing.
I'm sure.
So I think that's the trolling part is just like because, it's just like you've got a problem with it. Instead of just being like, she's pretty, like, leave it alone. Like you said, I agree. Like for any artist, like I feel like you ain't got to be that obnoxious or you don't have to be like, like doing crazy stuff and be naked every time you open your mouth or put a song out.
You don't have to.
You don't have to, but the reality is that's what a lot of them do. We know that. Everybody is this ain't new of like people just, being on being naked to sell records.
I just when it comes to her, I just feel like there's better ways to go about to show the world about being prideful about her weight. That's just me.
I feel like
that's just me. I think the way she goes about it, but the way she goes about it though, I think it's trolling. I just think it's trolling.
I think it's a combination of both. But I'm with you. I'm along the lines of with Jill Scott and like I don't have to announce that I'm a big woman and and that I look good. Like she don't have to do that. She dress the way she want to dress. She has her confidence about herself and. You take it or you leave it. But that's Jill Scott. Lizzo is not Jill Scott. She's herself. Like, I just feel like she's just in the lane with the rest of those obnoxious pop stars that do crazy stuff. She just happened to be a big girl. And she just happened to be big. Like I said,
her big ass shouldn't be wearing no TikTok pants. She should not be wearing no TikTok leggings.
If she wants to wear them, she could wear them.
No.
We not gonna fat shame. We not gonna do that.
I'm not fat shame. I'm just saying. But
yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why can't she wear them?
Why can't she wear them?
What's the purpose? What's your reason?
You see the reason.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
All right.
You see it. I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't see it.
All right. Lizzo, listen. keep making music, Lizzo. I actually think you're a dope artist. I think your records. You have your lane, I do, but I just think you can go another way.
She can.
What?
I think, like you said, a lot of it's trolling. But
I mean, she, like I said, she look like an open can of biscuits.
this is not.
She
See,
wear
that's
clothes,
where y'all be going too far. That's too far. That's rude. Wrong. My Trump voice. My Trump voice. Wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong, man. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I was just reading like the comments, and I was like, when she was like breaking down and stuff, and it's just like I felt like, listen, if fat girls ain't your thing, that ain't your thing. Move on, move around. But I don't like when people try to, fat shame in the sense that, like, just because I'm big, I'm supposed to feel like the bottom of your shoe. No, we ain't gonna do that. I mean, we ain't gonna do that.
No, you don't have. Right. I mean, yeah, okay. You don't have to do that,
but that's what people do. That's what I'm saying. Like, the attacks on her really don't be like. It's not that you have a problem with naked. You have a problem with fat naked. That's the truth. Because Beyonce is naked. Nobody has a problem with Beyonce being naked. I'm just saying. It's fat naked you have a problem with.
But Beyonce don't like go out of her way to.
Yeah, she do.
No,
like,
she don't.
Bro, did you see that picture?
Yeah.
She's standing.
I saw the picture, but
that's on purpose.
But she doesn't go out of her way to make videos and
they had a whole song called Bootylicious.
Go live, but she don't go live to make videos just to show my ass is nice. She don't do that every time she's trying to roll out something.
Not every time, but she does show her body, for sure.
Yeah,
I ain't hating no
but
Beyonce.
It's not to prove a point.
Yeah, well, because she don't have to.
She just sings. She makes music.
And she also gets naked when she wants to. And nobody blinks an eye, and everybody praises it, and it's fine. That's my point.
Y'all just hate Beyonce.
That's a lie. I love Beyonce. I'm not in the beehive, but I love Beyonce. So we're not gonna do no Beyonce,
I ain't gonna be no slander on this show.
No, ain't gonna be no slander, but ain't gonna be no fat shaming either. I'm not skinny, so I don't. We're not gonna do that. Y'all gonna stop saying under my girl pictures.
Cause you be doing that. You be sitting there.
I'm trolling.
We be going to lunch. We just eating lunch, and then you sitting there.
That's hilarious to me. It's so funny, and I think y'all should really thank me. And what's funny to me though too? Everybody that be saying like, I know for a fact you smashing and smash girls that are 500 pounds. Please knock it off.
I ain't never smashed no 500 pound girl.
300.
No. I'm not no 300. Okay. No.
All right.
No.
Don't make me go into
somebody else, but not no 300 pounds. Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
All right.
She may have probably 2 something.
Okay.
But I know 300 pounds.
Okay, whatever. I'm just saying people need to stop acting like they be in front of everybody. It's like but no, I know y'all be in some. I know a lot of big girls, and they ain't.
Big girls get action out here.
They ain't lacking in that area.
They getting action out here.
Trust me.
They are. They getting a lot of action out here. A lot of big girls getting action out here.
Exactly. So people need to relax.
But I'm just saying. But that's a preference.
It's rude. It's unnecessary. And I think if Lizzo wants to, I don't particularly want to see her or nobody but out at the basketball game. But
and you gonna not only was it out, you gonna turn around. And drop that shit and twerk that shit. That's the obnoxious
stuff. That's the obnoxious trolling.
I'm like, fam.
That's the obnoxious trolling stuff. But I'm just saying, like, it's not y'all. It was just I felt bad for her. I did.
I mean, I felt I don't want to see nobody get talked about, and don't get me wrong, I'm not. If it did bother her, I'm not making light of it. But I'm just saying, with these celebs, sometimes they do that stuff to generate some type of what's the word, like
what, just like
like
I was trying to say
exposure,
like,
because
yeah.
now they finna come and do something. They finna roll out something, or we've seen it. That's what I'm saying. We've seen it. But
no, I agree, but I'm just I felt bad for her. Like, I felt like it's not really, y'all don't really have a problem with naked. I just have a problem with fat naked, and that's kind of bogus. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, a perfect example. Like I said, at my house, all we do is play Big Luther.
Why? Lil Luther, why he can't get no love?
Lil Luther, his hits weren't the same as when he was big.
Because he got little.
Something happened with
We not finna do
something
that.
happened with his
man.
hits.
We not finna do that.
All Luther's like his hits. He was Big Luther. I'm just saying. So it ain't like
you have a discrimination problem, bro.
No, I don't.
We gonna change this on this show.
God,
we gonna change this. We gonna have a big girl appreciation. We gonna change this. And our other homies, y'all gonna appreciate. Y'all gonna appreciate.
They may not like big girls.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't have a problem with big girls. I don't.
Okay.
You can go down past, and if I wanted to, you can ask some big girls that know me. They can tell you, like, no, he don't have a problem with big girls.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, in general, it'd be funny, like the people that be saying stuff about him. I'm be like, you're definitely a chubby chaser.
Oh, it's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, you're definitely a chubby chaser.
Yeah, it's a chubby chaser.
Don't do that.
It's
don't do that.
I got a homie. If you ain't 200 or better, he ain't trying to mess with you.
Hey, wait, listen. Put his number in my phone.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No,
all
you
right.
off limits.
Okay. Well, I don't. Or never mind.
Yeah,
Okay. Anyway,
that's dead. It's dead, Joe.
You want to be great in these streets? I don't understand.
You could be great, but just not nobody that I know.
That's not fair. That's not fair. But anyway, let's go ahead and go on to this last topic that we got going on here with your girl.
Yeah, my girl, man. Hey.
You want to answer? You
go ahead. You go ahead. You ahead. Bring it up.
So, your girl. This was a couple weeks ago. Amanda Seals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I resurfaced this week. It came in my feed, but so Venus and Serena doing a movie on their dad. I think it's called King Richard, something like that.
Yeah.
And they just released the trailer like a couple weeks ago. Will Smith is he's starring and he's playing their dad,
Richard Williams.
Yeah, and I think so. Amanda, she made a comment or she made a post like Will, like she's like question like why was Will Smith the choice, for the role. And then she said, I think she said something like, and why is the movie about their dad? And so she came under a lot of, scrutiny about that. A lot of pushback. People was like, what does it matter? Like, what color Will is playing it. He's a good actor. He gonna generate, a lot of buzz around it. And people were like giving a pushback about like, so do you hate black men? Like, why don't you what's the problem with celebrating black fathers? So I got my thoughts on that. But you're a black father and you like Amanda Seals, so defend her.
No, I can't really defend her anymore.
Okay.
But I do like her. Listen, the reason why I've liked Amanda Seals is because she's very opinionated.
Okay.
And a lot of times her opinions are backed with facts, and a lot of times her opinions are strong, and she stands on it. So
stands on wrong a lot too.
I give her a little credit about that. However, there are times when she comes off as a little bit too pro-feminist.
Okay.
For me, and sometimes it comes off as if she has issues with a black man. Mm-hmm. For instance, like this. When I read her comments and I heard about the story, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like,
right.
Like Richard Williams is one of, like, he's a hero out there in Compton and to a lot of black families because the way he raised those two young black girls.
And the rest of his kids.
Yep. But he raised those two young black girls to be authentic and be who they are. Mm-hmm. Isn't that what black pride is all about?
Right. Right.
So for her to come off and say, well, why they ain't pick anybody else to be the father in the movie and why Will Smith.
And then just questioning why
the movie is about. Because that man's story is amazing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That story is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, if people who don't know about the story of Venus and Serena and their dad, like, he took those young girls to all those white country clubs out there in California, and his girls beat the hell out of
adults,
those white kids and adults on the tennis court.
Yeah. Yeah.
because he coached them.
Yeah.
He trained them.
Yep.
So that's what the story is about. So Amanda, I love you, sis, but you wrong. You wrong, Amanda.
And then not even just about even him training. I looked at it like, I remember this one clip that it was when Venus was in an interview. It was some white reporter, and he was basically asking her like, why you're so confident. And she was like, you know, she's a kid. She's a kid. Her daddy came from behind that camera.
Yes.
Shut that down.
Yes.
And that reminded me of my dad.
Yes.
You know my dad, like, he had all girls and he don't play that. You know what I'm saying? So it made me think like, I can relate to like, but I can appreciate that because he wasn't just training them. He was always present. Like, he made sure his daughters, y'all not gonna take advantage of them. Y'all not gonna sit there and say anything to them. He ain't play. And I think that's an image that needs to be seen because they like to put the black fathers out there that's quote unquote not there, or they want to have these other images, but when it comes to a positive image, it's always some pushback. And it's unfortunate that it be coming from like a black woman. And that's the sad part.
That is sad.
That's the sad part because there really was no reason to question why is a movie about their dad, because their dad is why they're famous.
Yes.
And they're behind the movie. If I had money to talk about my dad and to show appreciation to him, I would do that because my dad is a girl dad, and he took care of all of us. And before, even after when my mom passed me was younger, I don't know life without my daddy. If my mama was young and my daddy was young, he could have easily been like, this 2 kids, this not for me.
I'm checking out.
But he did. I don't know. I know my dad working 3rd shift and getting off work, pick me up from school. That's the image of a dad I know. So, and I know my dad to be ever present everywhere. So when they had a movie about their dad, I was like, man, I think that's dope. Like, we need more stories like that because everybody ain't a deadbeat. Yeah, some people have bad experiences with their fathers, mothers too. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, like you say, sometimes it's like you trying to make a point for no reason.
For no reason.
Venus and Serena don't have they have all their glory, and at some point somebody gonna play them at some point. They wanted to, acknowledge their father. Like, what's the problem?
And they should acknowledge their father because their father didn't take no shit from them white people.
Yeah.
And he made his daughters feel like when y'all on this court, white, black, y'all are the best.
Yep.
And don't let nobody tell you anything differently.
Yep.
And that's why when you watch Serena and Venus play as they got older, they play like it. A lot of people, especially the white media, used to try to portray them as angry. Used to try to portray them as cocky.
Yeah.
But they were not like that.
Nope.
They just remembered the teachings from their father. Stay focused, like we talked about earlier with Kobe.
Yeah.
Stay focused and achieve the goal.
Right.
All the other stuff don't matter.
And you ain't gonna get to that level if you don't kind of have that tunnel vision, especially in a sport where it really wasn't that many black faces.
It wasn't.
So it's just like and then especially that young too. So he had to teach them to be that.
And tennis is what, Tise? An individual sport.
It's an individual sport, yeah.
So you
got to be pumped up in it. You got to learn how to really be like self-motivated.
Yeah, you got to learn how to play perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to learn how to play in tennis. That's because it's just you against her or you against him.
Right.
That's it.
And that's why, like, even Venus, like, this was like what but maybe a couple months ago when she was playing and people were like, they questioned her because she's older and stuff, and she was like, you know what, y'all can't light a candle to me. You can't even hold my damn.
I loved it.
Bracket.
I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
She was just like, I don't care what y'all say. I know you can't do what I can do, so why would I take the energy? Like,
I loved it.
I loved every bit of it. I was just like, it just made me like, not being an athlete, but just being someone, just in general, I feel like that's the attitude we supposed to have. Like,
people don't like them.
I do what I do well, and you can't,
people don't like
what it is.
People don't like them, Tise, because over the years nobody has ever been able to penetrate the Williams sisters.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever been able to get inside their family circle and expose stuff but that's how God rest his soul, that's how Richard Williams wanted it for them.
Yeah.
And they've been like that all their lives.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I just thought like, I think it's a great thing, and hopefully like, that's to me that was like Will Vane. Like I know people was like questioning like, well, couldn't they get a dark dude
or a no name type dude? Yeah,
like I'm like, I don't think like I understand that sometimes there is colorism in choosing like roles and stuff like that. I don't think in a situation like this. I mean, but at some point too, I just feel like it has to be just the person you think is the best for the role.
The best for the role.
It don't really have to be like a color divide for everything.
And if Venus and Serena said we want Will Smith,
who wouldn't want Will Smith?
Everybody, it don't matter what the hell y'all think.
Exactly.
It's who they wanted.
It's who they wanted. But that's the thing though too. I'm just saying like, who wouldn't? If you could get Will Smith to be in your movie, wouldn't you pick Will Smith?
Pick Will Smith,
of course. I mean, you already know, like, even just off of GP, it's gonna generate the buzz. It's gonna generate buzz, and more than likely, it's going to, be some kind of success at the box office.
And it's gonna be a hit because I think a lot of people probably want to know that story. So it might be some things in there that we never knew about.
Right.
How they grew up, all type of stuff. So
I believe so too. I mean, we know what they put out there, what they showed us, you know what I'm saying? We know like certain clips and stuff like that, but like in general, we don't really know, like you said, we only know a little bit.
We just know a little bit.
I think too, I just think it was, it's good that they actually focusing on their dad and, just how he raised them.
He took a lot of heat too, man. There's a lot of people who used to write stories about him. They have
a problem with black people that show any kind of confidence. Like, they want us to always be in this like, subservient role of just, yes sir, like, they want us to be doing that, and he's like, I ain't on that. That's why they call him King Richard.
And it's weird. Like, to me, it's weird. Like, he's a father.
Yeah.
He taking care of his daughters. Like, it's weird to me how, like, that is frowned upon. Like, I don't understand. Yeah. I just don't get it, man. I don't
understand
it
either.
That is frowned upon from people who, like, with LeVar Ball, like, I get LeVar Ball says some outlandish shit sometimes, but most of the time, he's trolling. Yeah. But, however, he was a father that raised all three of his sons together in the same house.
Yep.
He raised them to be always stay together and always be men. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. They don't like, but again, they don't like it because he's not on there being, he's being who he is. If he loud and obnoxious, and he's not being like what they like, he's not what I'm trying to say, like, how he's not polished to media, you know what I'm saying? He's just raw. He's just raw and uncut, and this is what you get. So he doesn't have that media training to say this. These my sons. Why wouldn't somebody think that? You could think he crazy, but if I had sons, I'm gonna tell them the same thing. You colder than everybody.
Yeah.
And that's how they should be. They should and then I mean, he got two sons in the NBA.
Two sons who one just recently cashed out with the Chicago Bulls.
Yep.
The other one is about to cash out after his rookie deal. After his rookie deal is over with, he about to cash out.
So I mean,
and hopefully the other one can get a chance at a shot at NBA.
Yeah.
Like, to me, LeVar Ball has done what he's supposed to do as a father.
Yeah.
But I guess because his sons, one of them wasn't like the next Nino Brown and up and coming out there in California, or the other one wasn't like Future dropping babies off in every county or whatever. They ain't shit.
Right.
I mean, but that's weird. Like, that's weird. Like, it's weird to me, man.
It's weird.
We can talk about this all day.
But it really is like there is an attack on black fathers, and it is weird to me because I don't understand. Like it's a shame that we had to have like hashtags, to show like, we do. Black dads are in the house. Like there are some, like it's like. This it's a TV myth. I mean, even the dads that was in the neighborhood that maybe was in the neighborhood and they wasn't like they didn't work 9 to 5. They maybe worked on the corner or whatever. They were probably still in their house. They were still there. I mean, they was around. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different, but they was around.
They was around
until that's not weak. I ain't finna go there, but even those ones who was around that may have had drug problems or had we had a whole generation of dads getting taken away from too, but nobody was talking about that.
That's why growing up I liked the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Because they actually showed, okay, is a black family. Their father is a fucking doctor. The mom is a lawyer. Hey, that really is reality in the world.
Yeah.
But nowadays, if that type of show came out, it'd be, oh, that's some old lame shit. That ain't real.
Right. Yeah, maybe your father is not a doctor, maybe your mom's not a lawyer, but your mama do got a good job. Your daddy do work every day. So it's just the idea of just saying, there is a family structure.
It is a family structure.
And it's not like uncommon as people try to make it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an anomaly that there's a block full of, black families. Like, it's different, but they make it seem like, it's just like, damn, my daddy was there. Most people, daddy was there. No, daddy not perfect, but yeah,
daddy was there. Daddy was there.
I mean, and then it's a lot of, but they act like it's just a black thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what pisses me off. But
they do. Yeah. Like we joke on Joe Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. We joke, Joe Jackson was a mofo.
Yeah.
But guess what though? He was there.
He was there.
He was in that house. He worked. He took care of them kids. He beat their ass, but he was there.
Yeah.
That was a family structure.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's examples of that. That's why every time, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, every time when Sierra and Russ Wilson take pictures and they post it, and they express their love for each other and they express their love for the kids, and I be reading like the thread of the picture and these people commenting, it be disgusting. Like, people be like so like toxic.
They
and so
hate Russ.
They hate it.
Like, why? You hate a man that's being a good example, a good father to someone that's not his biological father, but he takes a kid, but he takes care of the boy like he's his. Like,
but you know why
he's getting rid? The boy got two daddies. What's wrong with having two daddies?
But you know why Russ is like that? Because he wanted to break the cycle of where he came from.
Yeah,
he didn't have that.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with him providing that for not only his family, but another child that he says, this is my son too.
Right.
But people in this world think, oh, that's just phony and fake.
And they be like, it's lame. Like,
it's lame. He a simp.
No,
I be like, he a simp.
Give me that.
Oh my God. I'm like, man. I'm like,
it.
but again, like, going back to the Richard Williams thing, he didn't let nobody else tell him how to be a father.
Yep.
He didn't let
nobody
media
take
none of that with his girls.
Yeah.
With his girls. Perfect example. I watched that interview, that press conference that Naomi Osaka did when she was in tears.
You not pronounce her name. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, I do this sports thing. But anyway, when the reporter, he was being a jerk. Yeah. And he was being an arrogant jerk.
Yeah.
When he asked her that question, and it brought her to tears.
Yeah.
I wish her daddy was there.
I wish her daddy was there. Yeah.
And I wish her daddy would have came out there and whatever he would have wanted to say to her, he could have, because again.
Or I wish she would have been, if she, and everybody is different.
Everybody's different.
But if they would have came at Serena would have been
First of all, she would have cut him up.
What?
Venus would have cut him up.
What? Who you talking to?
But again,
but that was instilled in them.
It was instilled in them.
Instilled in them. Yeah.
Don't let nobody demean you.
Don't let nobody demean you. That's
right.
Why people can say what they want to say, and again, like I said, I could relate to that type of upbringing because that's how my dad is with us. And all his girls is the same way. You just can't tell us anything without us not saying nothing back. So
look, I talk a lot of stuff on Father's Day because I always, I crack jokes, be like, man, I don't see not one Father's Day, this, that, but fathers matter.
Absolutely.
And
black dads
they matter. And I'm the type of father, like, I don't need that praise. You ain't got to tell me I'm a great father, whatever, because like when you know you doing right, you know it. You can look yourself in the mirror. You know you're doing right.
Yep.
So when people like Amanda Seales, like, I disagree with her opinion. Like, that man to me is a hero.
Yep.
Because that man he shared his daughters with the world. This is why you have Naomi Osaka. Mm-hmm. This is why you had the other young black girl 2 years ago that made it to the finals of the Wimbledon, who beat Serena. Which was her idol, Sloane.
Yeah.
This is why you have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's more heroes. It's more riches than the world would like to acknowledge.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I can't wait to see the movie, because it's, to me, it's amongst black people. That's closer to how our reality is, instead of what they try to paint of, the absent father. Yeah, there are some, but there are more Richards than they try to, give us credit for, and that's why, I wanted to see, and that's why it irritated me that she said that, because it's just like, we ain't everything gotta be a battle. You know what I'm saying? Everything gotta be a battle. Ain't gotta be a woman versus man, and definitely mother versus father. Like, if it's a movie out there that's promoting positive black male images, like, you just need to shut up on that one.
You do.
And
go support the damn movie.
Go support the damn
because
movie.
It's a black lead role. It's just talking about two black icons. Serena and Venus are icons.
Absolutely.
They are icons.
Absolutely.
They changed the state of tennis.
Absolutely.
They completely changed the state of tennis when they started dominating.
Yep.
So go see the movie. Go support it.
Absolutely. And we're gonna wrap it up until next week. But
before we get out of here, I just want to give a shout out to my homie DJ Silk.
Yeah.
Thanks for the shout out you gave us last night on your show.
Absolutely. I want to thank shout out to one of my homies from Another Lane Tech Connection.
Who that?
My homie Eddie. They actually got a podcast.
Okay.
True Chicago Sports. They gave a shout out to. So y'all go check them out. They on Spotify as well. So.
And shout out to my guys from the Some Dude Pod, JR Bang, Mike Butler. Hey Bang, get well. I know you said you was under the weather. And I hope your family all get well soon. And thanks for showing us love too with our new pod. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate all the love. So we'll see y'all. We out.
We out.